Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Very excited to do this video today as I get to introduce a good friend of mine, a guest to the channel. Way! His name is DPow. Here he is. Say hello, David.
Hello.
There you go. So, the premise for this video is David and I, good grammar. David and I are classical singers, and we're two tenors, hence the title. And what we tend to do when we meet up a lot is sort out a lot of the issues, okay? And there are many, many issues that you will see us, really solve and discuss and really conclude for all the people out there who, are just thinking about the issues. Isn't that right, David? There are so many issues.
Yeah.
Too
many to cover.
Name just one.
Bees.
Bees, yeah. I mean, where are all the bees going? That's one of the issues. Stop killing all the bees.
Yeah.
And thusly, David and I took the initiative to set up the National Wiltshire Bee Sanctuary, where at least 5 bees are now protected daily with good care, honey, and armour. Yeah. Here is one of the many discussed issues that myself and David have been talking about. I've just really annoyed myself because I said myself. I hate people go into shops and say, is there anything else that I can do for yourself? Me is what I meant. For me.
This is one of the many issues
that is one of the many issues. Exactly, David. It drives me up the wall when people say, is there anything else I can do for yourself today? A, I know it's today. I'm in the bloody shop already. B, don't yourself me. I know me. You know you. End of story. It's you. There.
Myself, not yourself.
Issue solved. One of the issues, digressing, is me and David play a lot of FIFA. And we thought there must be a lot of people out there, especially the musicians, especially the singers, who just think, must be thinking, what do FIFA players drink? What wine do FIFA players drink? And what operas do they go to? And that doesn't just mean, David, like what operas they go to. It could be like what characters they look like from operas. If those opera characters actually drink anything particular in an opera. Right, so what I've done is prepare a list of FIFA players, and we've chosen FIFA 16, A, because I have it, B, because we play it a lot, and C, FIFA 16 offers some of the best default FIFA player mugshots that you can get. Tomas Rosicky, a Czech player, but look at that chin.
Wow. God.
That is a spade of a face. Okay. Actually, I've just been reminded of a real story. There was once in an interview that said he listens to a lot of early music from the 1920s and 30s and used to drive the Arsenal dressing room up the wall by playing all this classical music. Whether it was classical or jazz, it was certainly early 20th century music. Oh. So there you go. Who would have thought? Maybe it lulls the players into a full sense of security, much in Peter Grimes. Where he lulls his Fisher Boys into a full sense of security. So there we are. Maybe his chin and his taste for music, maybe his go-to opera is Peter Grimes, because he's lulling people into a false sense of security. I don't think Tomas Rosicky drinks wine. Do you?
No?
Well, if you did, what would he drink? I mean, he's got a face which just says, nah, mate.
That's true, but he's got gloves on for,
What, for assassinations, etc.?
No, for, secure wine glass holding.
Oh, I see. So he could be
Maybe he's pouring a lot. Maybe he's still practicing his kind of waiter pour from the bottom of the bottle.
That's a fair enough idea. So maybe Tomas Rosicky is a secret sommelier.
Yeah, maybe.
There we go. Okay, all right. So he's getting
That's the
Peter
aspiration in
Grimes.
life.
He's getting Peter Grimes and Sommelier. That's Thomas. Well done, Tomas Rosicky.
Yeah.
So for the next player, I found someone I've never heard of. We're moving to Italy, to the fair city of Verona, and the player I picked, David, is called Spaffo.
Hello.
It's just kind of generic FIFA face, really, isn't it? I mean, coming from Verona.
Yeah.
Coming from Verona, I think we probably have to guess that he's into some sort of Chianti.
He could be, but also I've suddenly thought that actually he maybe have been in the original cast of Romeo and Juliet. So we'll give him Romeo and Juliet, actually, shall we?
Okay.
And you reckon he's a possible Chianti drinker, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. He's not worthy of Fontodi.
Oh.
I don't know. Some sort of mid-shelf supermarket Chianti. P. Mpokyu. Okay,
la.
I'll be honest. I chose that one just because he had a funny name. Right, where should we go to next? I've got so many here, David. I took the Hammers, and the player I picked is called... Are you ready, David?
I'm ready.
He's called A. Pike.
Easy? That sounds a bit fishy to me.
Very good. Pun Master. Pun Master has entered. So he's obviously into fish. I mean, that goes without saying, right?
Yeah, so it's got to be something white.
Not necessarily, but yes, I'm for pike, which I guess...
Yeah.
I don't know. Do many people eat pike? Who eats pike? The Danish probably eat pike.
I don't know.
The Danish eat everything.
Yeah.
Scandinavians, they eat shark, whales, seal. Okay, so some sort of white wine. So maybe... Okay, in that case, maybe something with a bit of citrus zing to it. I mean, I recently had the Ktima Bibliachora, some Greek wine, but maybe, actually, there's a grape that grows in Uruguay called Tanat. I wonder which I think has a bit more of a high level of acidity. So maybe something like that he could drink. With his very default face. I mean, have you ever seen a more default FIFA face than that? It's like he's waiting to be turned on. Okay, so we'll give him some white wine of some sort. This one is close to our hearts, I felt, because as musicians, this guy plays for Jeju United and is called Song So Young. So Song So Young. So I guess he's kind of into Lieder, or maybe maybe some French song. I don't know. I mean,
Bonjour.
Song So Young.
Yeah.
Song So Young sounds quite good in a French accent.
Or
Some Purcell, perhaps. Ooh, okay.
a song so young.
Very nice. Gabriel Fauré.
Oh, right. Yes.
Ou peut-être Debussy. Non?
Debussy.
Eh,
I like Debussy.
Really?
Okay, yeah, careful how you pronounce that.
Yes. That was quite... that wasn't meant to... Oops.
What goes nice with some French song? Maybe some buttery Chablis. Something with a bit of smoother on the palate. And Chablis grape is nice and smooth for some smooth song listening.
Oh, what about that Alain Jean Chateauneuf du Pape we had?
Oh, La Fontaine! Good God. Okay, you think he's...
Yes.
I mean, he is a footballer. He's probably got loads of money. Maybe a Chateauneuf du Pape, a white Chateauneuf du Pape called La Fontaine by a company called Alain Jean et Filles. Very, very good stuff. If you haven't worked it out, David is a Geordie, so I've kind of done this on purpose. So we're in Sunderland, your favourite place. And the player is called G Honeyman. G Honeyman. Ever heard of him?
No, never heard of him.
No, me neither. So I figured, it had to be a sweet wine. He has to be a vin doux of some sort. What operas are there with the land of honey and milk?
I suppose Deflator Mouse.
Ah, good shout. Okay,
There's everything in that.
there you are. So,
Wine, honey.
yeah, the champagne
Debauchery.
trio. We are going to the household favourite of... You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Who's your favourite FIFA player, David?
Mr. Lasagna.
It is Kevin Lasagna.
Kevin.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Kevin Lasagna.
a round of applause
Yes.
for Kevin Lasagna. The most default-faced FIFA player you will find in FIFA 16, but with the most hilarious name. So, he's called Kevin Lasagna. He's a centre forward. He's left-footed. Lasagna. If you're making
something big and fancy.
exactly, yeah, a big wine. Lasagna is king of food, if you ask me, in the Italian cuisine. I think, especially if you go to an Italian restaurant or have some lasagna that is made properly with things like the ragu has been bubbling away for hours on end to intensify all those flavours, and added with chicken livers and things like that into the ragu.
Acidy tomato, and there's all the rich cheese as well.
Yep, there's parmesan sprinkled on top normally,
and complement all the dark meat. Yeah,
absolutely. So I think maybe the king of wines, maybe a Brunello di Montalcino, or perhaps a Barolo, something that packs a lot of punch.
Yes, you want a lot of bang for your flavour buck.
Indeed, there we go. Okay, so that's what he's getting. Let's give him some Brunello di Montalcino. And Kevin Lasagna, with the name he's got, he deserves the best vintage, so we'll give him the 2010 as well.
Ooh la la.
Top vintage.
Oh.
Okay, what character or what opera do you think Kevin Lasagna enjoys? It's just occurred to me that Falstaff is meant to eat an awful lot, isn't he? He's normally played like that. So should we just say, because he's got a food-based name, that he's into Falstaff, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay, Falstaff and Brunello. He's done very well there.
Maybe we can get. Maybe he's not a character. Maybe he's just on the table in the Falstaff.
He's
just a pot of lasagna.
And his name is Bill.
His name is what?
Bill.
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 Brilliant.
Okay, so Bill is, I think he probably South American. He could be one of these Brazilian people that's called like Fred.
Yeah.
So maybe he's into a bit of Malbec in that case.
Oh, yes.
Maybe he likes some Argentinian
Malbec.
wine. Look at his face. He looks thrilled.
Yes.
He looks thrilled by it. What opera do we think Bill is in?
William Tell.
Oh, very good.
It's called Bill.
Yeah, very good. William Tell. You had, but I was thinking even more obvious. Billy Budd.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, Billy Budd. Absolutely, that makes much more sense.
So he's a pirate. Well, not a pirate, but a naval man. DPow, I've had a wonderful time. This has been hilarious. And also, I feel like a lot of people can go to sleep now with some of these issues finally, at rest in their hearts. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, it's, fascinating to find out how popular Benjamin Britten is in the changing room.
Very good. Right. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I've certainly enjoyed making it. DPow, have you had good fun?
I've had a wonderful time.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so there you are. That's two tenors solving one of the biggest issues that there is. What do FIFA players drink, wine-wise? And do they listen to classical music? And if so, is it operatic, songs, etc.? And I feel like we've solved a lot of that. So, you're welcome. See you next time. Bye-bye.